Hey guys, happy Friday!
Geeks of the Week.
Steph, I'm pretty sure you're fine by now, but internet hugs anyway. I'm sorry you felt bad on Monday, and I missed your face. Lilico, I love that your branch of Very Awesome Girls is doing a cosplay PSA. That's freaking awesome and I can't wait to see it. And I'm glad you're catching up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and getting into it a bit more. It definitely got better as it went. And as for the writing, while Joss Whedon is kind of the puppet master of the Marvel Universe and all the stories, he doesn't actually write Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He just wrote the pilot, so any criticism of the writing isn't actually an offense to any Whedonites. And Mario, your vague discussion of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is completely understood. I agree completely. And as for the new Game of Thrones episode, all the yes. All of it. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Alright, so I didn't really plan anything for this video because yesterday was the first day of filming Doctor Who parody, which is awesome, and I'm so excited to finally be starting on that, but it did basically take up the entire day. And earlier this week I played Borderlands for the first time with my League of Legends friends, which I was terrible at, by the way. First-person shooter games may not be my forte. Although when I gave my controller to one of them, he said my sensitivity settings were super high and I probably should have lowered them. So I'm gonna blame my inability to target very well on that. But anyway, playing that made me think of Steph's Tiny Tina cosplay, which led to a conversation about her looking like Ashley Birch, which led to my friend telling me about a channel that Ashley Birch and her brother do video game skits on, which may or may not have led to me binge watching episodes of Hey Ash, What You Playing in between watching the LCS playoffs for League. But I actually saw something last night regarding Age of Ultron that kind of made me think of a larger topic that I sort of want to open discussion on. Respectful discussion, because this could kind of be considered controversial, I guess, and I tend to steer away from controversial topics because I don't like controversy or arguing or the assets that always seem to crawl out of the woodwork to scream at you through the safe anonymity of the internet. I want to talk about the representation of non-white superheroes in live-action movies. Basically, there was a post last night that I ran across that I actually put on the Geeks of the Week page as well about the possibility of Black Panther making an appearance in Age of Ultron. It's only mild speculation, so I'm not going to put any weight into, oh my god, he's going to be in the movie, but it would be awesome. And even if it was one of those post-credit scenes, because then it might be a catalyst for giving him his own movie. And I feel like black superheroes has kind of been a hot topic lately with the awesomeness of Falcon in Winter Soldier and the casting of Human Torch in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. I actually had a discussion about that on the Geeks of the Week page a while ago too, where I basically said I was totally fine with the casting of a black Human Torch, because if the actor is good, great. But then I looked at the rest of the cast list and realized that Sue Storm was not. And then it suddenly made the casting of Human Torch kind of just feel like a gimmick for the controversial attention, and that kind of sucks. Because it's like, hey look, we're diverse, but not diverse enough to cast two black actors as main characters, even though they're siblings, and this makes no sense whatsoever. And now apparently they've gone into recasting due to all the backlash, so I'm actually not sure what's even happening there anymore. So let's go back to Winter Soldier and Falcon. Like I said, he was awesome, but he was still just kind of a side character to Captain America. Although we did get a bit of his backstory, which was kind of cool, because then he wasn't just a flat character there just to serve Steve's purposes. There's Storm, obviously, also badass, but also a side character, and this time without really a full backstory. Halle Berry also played Catwoman, of course, but we don't speak of that movie. Darwin from X-Men First Class with his awesome evolutionary powers was sadly super short-lived. So I feel like the most prominent black superhero in live-action movies that we have is Blade, and the most recent one of those was like 10 years ago. Basically, even though it's just mild speculation, an appearance of Black Panther would be awesome. And then a movie would be even more awesome. And it's interesting actually that all those characters are from the Marvel Universe, except that which will not be spoken of, because what I really want is a Static Shock movie, because I freaking loved him when I was younger, but sadly, he's DC. And I do not trust their live-action movies. And I don't want a dark, Nolanized Static Shock movie because he's sarcastic and hilarious and lighthearted, and that would just be weird. So yeah, there's my 2 cents. Feel free to share opinions and whatnot in the comments below. Respectfully, again, I'd like to not make this like an ass hat drawing video. And obviously I don't know all of the superheroes ever in existence. So are there any that I'm not thinking of or that I don't know of that you think would make a good movie. And with that, I hope everyone has an awesome weekend, stay geeky, and we will see you next week. He wasn't just a flat character, only there to serve Steve's purposes.